But your
Hindi kasi nagpapalusot ka pa, Miss Pakis eh. No, I'm sorry. Ang point ko, you're listening but you're not hearing me. Ang point ko dito, ayon sa mga sumbong, na bentahan sila ng mga unit and then pagdating ng araw na prinami sa kanila na mag-take over na sila sa unit, walang unit. In some cases, talahib pa. Walang bahay, talahib pa. At kung meron man kuminsan may unit, may bahay, sira-sira pa yung bahay. Butas-butas yung dingding, butas-butas yung bubong. Come on, kasi nagkakataon siguro nasa mansion ka nakatira, hindi kasi baka sa Forbes pa ka nakatira, hindi ka siguro sa mga condominium na develop. Ang hirap sa'yo, palusot ka pa eh. Ma'am, huwag kang nakasimangot. Please don't do that. Huwag kang tataas ng kilay parang tumitingin ka sa bubong. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that here.
You have another senior USEC.
Yes.
USEC Pakis.
Yes, Your
Yes, ma'am.
Honor.
You may proceed, ma'am.
With all due respect, Your Honor, the BF Parañaque, BF Resort Homeowners Association is a decision rendered by the HSAC. That decision apparently became final and executory, wherein which HSAC issued a writ of execution. And that incident that you were specifically referring to, where a security guard died, it was an execution of the decision of HSAC at that day. So it was HSAC. There is an interplay of jurisdiction insofar as HSAC and DSUD is concerned.
What is HSAC, Ms. Pakis?
The Adjudicatory Commission, Human Settlements Adjudicatory Commission, Your Honor,
So they are the ones who
adjudicates or has jurisdiction in litigious cases insofar as real
And the-
estate and
right,
homeowners
and the
associations
decision
are
of the
concerned.
HSAC is to install the previous president as opposed to
By
the
the,
new?
via execution, via issuance of the writ of execution, the sheriff of HSAC went to BF Resort to execute the writ, Your Honor. And then I think, I don't know, I don't have personal knowledge because, HSAC is independent from DSUD. Although it is attached to DSUD, the adjudicatory nature of HSAC is separate from DSUD.
But yeah, I know, but the decision of the Supreme Court was long been decided. Ang action nyo kasi, anong nangyari kasi, Ms. Pakis, not only this time, but also there were several instances na matagal na may desisyon ang korte and ang tagal nyong kumilos. Kaya nga yung iba sa kanila pupunta sa office ko, pupunta sa programa ko para ipa-execute, nagkakagulo na, nag-aaway-away na. And yet mabagal kay kumilos. Yun yung point doon eh. You wait until na talagang dumating sa boiling point and then yon nagkakaroon sakitan. Pero kung early on, you acted on that decision by the court, pina-implement yung agad. Wala ba kay enforcement group?
But Your Honor, that is the procedural remedy. Once an administrative case has been filed in an administrative agency, the complainant or the parties has the option to go to regular courts on appeal or certiorari instances. In this case, when the HSAC Commission rendered a decision, the parties went to the Supreme Court. So we have to wait for the finality of that appeal before we could issue a writ of execution. It's not because we're matagal, but it's because we have to follow the process.
So, dito sa BF Home Parañaque, kailan po lumabas yung decision ng Supreme Court na ordering the new one, the old OWA president to be installed?
Your Honor, I really don't have personal knowledge. As I have stated before, I am from DSUD and HSAC is a separate entity created also by 11201, although attached to DSUD. I think it would have been better if you have invited someone from HSAC also.
Kaya nga, so sabi mo, wala kang personal knowledge. Ganun ang palaging sinasabi pag pinapunta namin sa hearing,
Yes.
yung mga concerned agencies, you always said, I don't have personal knowledge.
Exactly.
Now, you should be ready for that question kasi alam mo naman kung ano nangyari ngayon sa mga subdivisions and units. In fact, marami pa akong questions na every single day, may pupunta even while we speak right now, may mga nakapila doon, Mr. Chair, nireklamo yung DSUD. Totoo yan. Pila-pila, meron yung hindi nyo chinecheck kung yung isang subdivision na pre-selling, kung meron ba talaga silang license to sell. Nakapagbayad na yung mga OFWs, they paid everything, and then pagdating ng araw na kukunin na lang unit, hindi nagagawa at puro talahib pa rin. And dapat yun na mamonitor ng DSUD. Wala eh. Meron pa yung pagdating nung buyer, Mr. Chair, sira-sira yung bubong, sira-sirang dingding, walang tubig, etc. Dapat yun ang monitor ng DSUD. Meron pa yung wala silang contract selling between the buyer and the seller. Dapat yun monitor ng DSUD. At marami mga subdivisions, developers, ang palagi ng reklamo. Kasi if you're doing your job, then dapat walang sana mga reklamo. Gusto nyo, papuntahin ko sa DSUD, yung mga pupila sa amin araw-araw, kaya yung gampanan. And you know that for a fact na we've been calling your office. Because nakikita nyo naman na yung problema sa housing, hindi nyo talaga na-actionan.
Whose job is it to monitor yung sinasabi ni Senator Tulfo na nagbenta na, wala pang right to sell, talahib pa, wala pa namang development talaga? Whose lookout is that?
If I may clarify, there is a distinction between development of subdivision and condominium. Insofar as subdivision developments, development permit is being issued by the local government. Insofar as condominium, development permit is being issued by DSUD. So it depends on the classification of the development.
So if it's a subdivision, it's the LGU?
Well, they are the ones who's approving the site development plan.
But who will give them the authority to sell? It's not
Us.
the LGU.
The development plan, the
Kaya yun nga.
developer, we will issue a certificate of registration and license to sell upon application of the development.
Exactly.
That's exactly
There
what
you go.
But sir,
Hindi kasi nagpapalusot ka pa, Miss Pakis eh.
Kasi there was no license.
I'm sorry. Sorry, Mr. Chair.
Sorry.
Hindi,
Senator
kayo ang
Tulfo, may
nagbibigay ng lisensya sa developer para makapagbenta. Ang point ko, you're listening but you're not hearing me. Ang point ko dito, ayon sa mga sumbong, na bentahan sila ng mga unit and then pagdating ng araw na promise sa kanila na mag-take over na sila sa unit, walang unit. In some cases, talahib pa. Walang bahay, talahib pa. At kung meron man kuminsan may unit, may bahay, sira-sira pa yung bahay. Butas-butas yung dingding, butas-butas yung bubong. Come on, kasi nagkakataon siguro nasa mansion ka nakatira, hindi kasi baka sa Forbes pa ka nakatira, hindi ka siguro sa mga condominium na develop. Come on, Miss Pakis. If you want, tatambakan kita ng mga reklamo tungkol sa hindi pag-aksyon ng DSUD. You want me?
Actually, sir,
Pag tinambak ko sa'yo, baka hindi mo babasa lahat.
once we issue
No.
the license,
Sige, I'll give it to the committee chair at itatambak sa iyo yan. Dapat basahin mo isa-isa. Pag hindi mo nabasa isa-isa at babalikan ka namin. Ang hirap sa'yo, palusot ka pa eh. All you need to do is, dapat you have the correct answers for all these problems that are being presented to you by the people that comes to my office. But you not eh. Kasi kung ginagawa yung trabaho nyo, hindi sana pumipila-pila. Ma'am, huwag kang nakasimangot. Please don't do that. Huwag kang tataas ng kilay parang tumitingin ka sa bubong. Don't ever do that. Don't ever do that here. Don't you ever do that. Okay? Ang point ko rito, Mr. Chair, even while we speak, today, meron naman nakapila sa wanted sa radyo. And almost every day, every week, sino nireklamo? DSUD for not acting upon their problems. Palagi yan na nakapagbayad na sila, usually mga OFWs, Mr. Chair, pinagpawisan nila sa abroad. Pag nagbayad sila bago sila mag-abroad, hulog sila ng hulog, and then the time comes na dapat turn over na walang unit. Walang bahay kasi puro talahib pa rin. Kung meron man, butas-butas, walang tubig, walang bubong. Wag kang tumingin sa taas, ma'am. Tingin ka sa amin. Ma'am, this just shows na kayo dyan sa DSUD, hindi nyo ginagawa yung inyong trabaho, wala kayong monitoring system. Wala nag-i-ensure na itong developer na ito, meron ba siyang kakayahan na magbenta, meron ba siyang kakayahan na talagang gumawa ng unit, panindigan niya yung mga nabenta niya sa pre-selling. And it so happens so many of these developers, hindi na nagagampanan yung kanyang responsibilities na magbenta. Because wala siyang kakayahan. Although yung mga sikat, Mr. Chair, mga kilalang mga developer, of course, napapanindigan nila. Pero marami dito na hindi eh. Miss Pakis, come on, ikaw ba yung sa monitoring? Then you're not doing your job kung ikaw yung nasa monitoring. Ikaw ba, sino ang chief ng monitoring?
Your Honor, we do regulatory. Once the license to sell has been issued, it is mandated for the regional office to conduct mandatory monitoring within 1 year
Okay.
from issuance.
Okay. Before the license being issued, wala ba kayong ginagawang vetting? Wala ba kayong ginagawang investigation to ensure na may capability na mag-construct talaga, mag-develop itong isang developer?
In so far as condominium is concerned,
Whether condominium or subdivision?
not yet. If it's a subdivision, as long as the developer is not yet applying for the certificate of registration and license to sell with DSUD, we are not exercising any jurisdiction over monitoring and investigation of their
Yun nga, Ms. Pakis eh. Okay. So, wala pa silang license to sell. And yet, nagbebenta na sila. Marami nang naluloko. Kumukubra na ito mga developer. So, dapat yan monitor ninyo.
Actually, Your Honor, there is Yusek Mari, there is an interagency, I think, for anti-illegal.
Then meron na bang nakasuhan? Meron na bang napakulong ninyo? Sino?
Sorry na
Yes,
Your Yusek?
Yes. Yes. Anini, yes. No po. Yusek lang po.
Ananias.
Yes,
You are
Yusek.
recognized.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. This would recently created a national task force that merged the national task force for against professional squatters and squatting syndicates, and also the anti-illegal real estate against anti-illegal real estate practices. And so actually we just recently put it together, and we have been talking to our regional directors to find out and to establish baseline information on incidences of anti-illegal real estate practices. As far po as regulation of those that have developers that have been issued certificates of registration and licenses to sell, ang DSUD po ay nagko-conduct po ng mga monitoring po the moment po na nag-issue po ng CRLS, at pag nalaman po na nagbebenta po ang mga tao na hindi naman po na-issuean ng license to sell, or na-issuean po ng license to sell pero may mga ginagawa pong mali, ang ating pong mga regional directors ay empowered po to
Okay.
issue either po a cease and desist order or ika-cancel po ang kanila pong license.
Exactly. Now, I'll give you an example, Mr. Chair. Marami nang pumunta sa amin dahil nga doon sa illegal. Kung tinawag mo kanina, they're not supposed to sell because they haven't been given the license yet, right? Now, ang nangyari, humingi sila ng refund. Hindi nyo na kaya pero yung programa ko na kaya Totoo yan. I'll give you some examples. I'll show you. I'll give it to the committee chair. Pumunta sila sa DSUD para humingi ng tulong nang sa akin they can get refunds. Pero anong ginawa ng DSUD? Bukas na. Then when they came to my show, ako mismo direkta kinausap ko yung developer, nabigyan ng refund yung mga buyers. O ibig sabihin, incompetent kayo. Kayo dapat ang puntahan pagdating, nagmamonitor at pagdating sa refund. Wag kang tatawa-tawa, ma'am. Don't do that. No, this is serious matter kasi marami. If kung doon ka lang pumunta sa show ko sa action center ko, baka sasaktan dibdib mo, maawa ka dahil pila-pila yung mga tao na inaapi, niloloko.
Naintindihan ko po yun, Mr. Your Honor. In fact, marami rin po talagang nakapila po sa DSUD na mga nagrereklamo. Marami rin po ang sumusulat po sa amin. Sinusubukan po naming tugunan. Maganda rin po na naririnig po namin yung pong mga dumudulog po sa inyo. Dito po sa regarding po sa refund, ang ginagawa po ng DSUD po ay pag po meron pong nagrereklamo po sa amin ng refund, ang first po na amin pong ginagawa para pong aming pong triage is that we go through a conciliation proceedings. Kasi yun po ang ginagawa ng DSUD. We can only conciliate. Kapag po kailangan na po ang may jurisdiction po ng refund po talaga ay ang Human Settlements Adjudication Commission.
But
So kailangan po silang
that's part of
mag-file.
your agency, your department.
Ginagawa po namin yon, Your Honor.
Exactly. Yun nga po, ma'am. Last na Mr. Chair. Sorry, I'm taking too much time. Ito po yun. Unang-una, walang license to sell ang isang developer. Nakalusot sa inyo. Pangalawa, nung dumating na yung time na sasabihin ng buyer wala pala kayong license to sell at hindi nyo pa rin natatapos yung unit o yung bahay, then I need a refund. Pupunta sa DSUD. Pinapaikot-ikot ng DSUD. And so what happens next is they come to my show, they come to me. Pagdating sa akin, nabibigyan ko ng action because I call directly doon sa developer. Wala nang conciliation. Direct to the point. I called them. Ibigyan yung refund. Illegal kayo eh. Kasi kayo magpapatawag pa meron pang yung notice number 1, notice number 2. Pinapahaba nyo. Pero come up with a system na mapapabilis yung refund. Kasi some of these OFWs, they need to go back doon sa kanilang work. And they need the money. Kasi they're expecting na yung bahay na yun matatapos na. Kung wala pala yung bahay, give them the refund. Agad-agad. Huwag nyo na pahirapan. Naghirap na nga sila mag-antay eh. And then, dahil niloko silang developer, and then pagdating sa DSOD, when they're asking for refund, mag-aantay pa ulit sila. Yun yung point. Bilis-bilisan nyo po yung trabaho nyo.
Yes po, we will take note of that po at the moment po kasi ang powers po ng DSUD is we cannot actually compel po the refund kung talaga pong through conciliation rin lang po. And then ang nagagawa rin lang po namin is if pag po matigas po ulo at hindi po talaga mag-refund.
Tama na, you cannot compel refund? Kahit na alam
No
nyo na,
po.
why?
Oho.
Why
Well, what we can, there are measures po that we can compel refund through
so what happens
cancellation po of their license. So, makukumpel po sila pag po ganon.
So,
But the HSAC po, yun po ang talaga pong body that can compel the refund.
alright. So, meron na bang mga developer na na-cancel yung mga licenses nila because
Marami
hindi
po.
na-compel?
Marami po.
Then give us the list of those.
Opo. And also po yung pong HSAC, kasi sila po ang korte. So sila po may writ of execution po sila na nai-issue na talaga pong nakokompel ng kanilang pupunta po ang sheriff para po makompel.
So, Yusek, ito na lang. Maging strict kayo sa monitoring. And then mabilis-bilis dapat yung action niya. Pag may lumapit sa inyo na humingi ng refund dahil talaga naloko silang isang developer o fly-by-night o 1, 2, 3 sila, dapat nandun yung sympathy nyo, bilisan yung action nyo kasi masama nga ng loob nila, naloko sila. And then when they come to DSUD, paikot-ikutin sila. It doesn't sound good to them. Doon sumasama ng loob, nadadama yung gobyerno eh. Kasi these OFWs po, they go online. Nadadamay si presidente. Tapos sabi, nung panahon ng ganito, previous administration, mabilis ang aksyon. Ngayon, itong bago administrasyon, mabagal. Kasi maleta, etc. Nadadamay. Yung sitting administration, because sa pagiging mabagal yung umaksyon. Especially pag mga OFWs, bilisan yung mga aksyon para sa mga OFWs natin because these people, very sensitive sila sa mga issues, especially pag hindi natutugunan yung kanilang problema. Okay?